You are ready, but you're blocking your own blessings. What does blocking your blessings look like? It looks like hesitating because you're afraid of an outcome. You're afraid of failing. You're not taking a step, and your procrastination is holding you back. And your perfectionism is actually making you miss your mark, and you're not taking steps forward because you're afraid of failure. I have done this so many times in my life where I have been afraid to act. I've been afraid to move my feet because I was confused, because I felt like I didn't have the answers, because I felt like I wasn't ready. But the problem is, who are you to say that you're not ready? Because being ready comes along with taking steps and going on the journey. The journey prepares you for the destination, right? So if you are going through a situation, you're in a season and you're trying to develop for something, whether you know you're developing or not, you're getting up every day with the intention to do this thing. And as you go on the journey is developing you already. So you don't have to worry about being ready because the journey is going to make you ready anyway. And I think that this is something that I've recently learned because I really just kept going through life like, oh, I have to do it this way. I have to wait until this. I can't do that because it doesn't look like that. No, at that point, I'm being disobedient. I'm not doing what God called me to do because I'm so caught up and wrapped up in how I want it to look. And the problem is, some of us are so worried about the quality of something or how something is perceived rather than putting in our reps, getting in our reps like we're in the gym, doing something day in and day out until it starts to look more like how we expect it to look. Like all of the glitz and the glam and the way things look, that stuff doesn't come day one. It comes on the journey, it comes along the way. And even for myself, like when I was recording YouTube videos, I started being less consistent because I was like, I don't have time to do all these edits and do all of this and make it look like this. I don't care anymore. Like the message is more important. You know, the mess is the message. Your life, the things you think is unfavorable, not favorable, the things that are a hindrance to you, the things that you feel like don't benefit you or whatever, like those things, it doesn't matter. Like show up, get the message out, say what needs to be said. And I really realized, I was like, wow, the same amount of effort I put into other situations, or the more effort I put into other situations, I got the same result putting less effort into the same situation. So why am I stressing myself out? Why am I acting like, why am I doing all of this, right? The common mistakes that people have and the common ways that people miss their blessings is having a fear of failure, being so wrapped up in what the outcome is going to be, having anxiety towards a situation because it hasn't even happened yet, but you are perceiving it to go negative. You're thinking that it won't go the way that it needs to go, thinking that you will miss your mark before you even get started. Like to have an idea of how something is going to go before it even happens is called anxiety. Being stressed out about a situation because you're afraid that it won't turn out the way you wanted it to is anxiety, which leads to my next point, overthinking. If you're constantly in your mind and you're constantly thinking of all the ways that something can go wrong instead of how something can go right, you are using your mind to destroy yourself. You are self-sabotaging yourself because your mind is keeping you from acting. Your mind is making you stop, pause, think. It's delaying you. It's not benefiting you. And speaking from someone, myself, who has had a situation with overthinking and having negative thoughts and just beating myself up in my head, like, why am I listening to these negative thoughts? Why am I letting this negative chatter delay my dream, delay my vision, delay my purpose? Because I'm too busy listening to all the things that can go wrong instead of fighting it back with positive affirmations, telling myself like, I'm not going to listen to that because that's nonsense, right? I know that with consistency, with God, with trusting Him, with going on the journey, I'm going to learn along the way. I'm going to be shifted and guided regardless. So I don't have to stress. I don't have to worry. Like, if you're doing things that honors God, God is going to honor that. And He is going to give you the tools necessary to succeed in those areas. You already have them. You just have to develop them. Like, if you are doing anything, God's already given you the strength, the ability, the opportunity, the tools, everything inside of you. It's already in you. You just have to act. And comparison is another thing. Comparing yourself to other people is always going to steal your joy. It's always going to make you feel like you're not doing the thing the way that it should be done. It's always going to make you think that someone's doing something better than you, when in fact, you being you is authentic. You being you and doing it the way you do it is like no other. And so comparing yourself is just going to delay your plans. It's going to make you feel inadequate. It's going to make you feel like what you're doing is not worth it. It doesn't matter because someone's already there, or because it looks so good the way someone does something else. But listen, at some point, people are going to be saying the same things about you. People are going to be saying, wow, I want to be like that. I want to do this. I want to do that. But they have to learn. It is better to be authentic and stop comparing yourself, because comparison steals joy. Comparison is the thief of joy, and it's going to keep you stuck every day because it's meant to keep you there looking at this person instead of doing the things that you need to. That you know you're ready is because you already have the vision. You already have the dream. You already have the idea. You just maybe feel like you don't have the plan. God's going to give you the plan. God is already directing you, whether you see it or not. The things that didn't work was a direction in the right direction for you. And if something didn't work the way that you thought it should, maybe try other ways to see if that works better for you. But at the end of the day, the rejection is just redirection. Don't think that it's not. Think that the rejection was meant to stop you. If anything, it's meant to redirect you and position you in the way that God is calling you to go. Like, there's been many seasons in my life where I've been rejected, and I was like, God, that hurt. Like, why did I have to be rejected in that manner? Why did they have to tell me no? What did I do wrong, right? But I understand. I'm thankful for that. Thank you for redirecting me. Thank you for transitioning me. Thank you for pulling me out of that situation, because I didn't need to be there. I didn't want to be there. When you really think about it, like, there was so much better out there for me. There's so much better out there for you that you didn't need to be there. I remember holding on to situations that was so detrimental to my life. Like, God, I need this. I need this. Please, like, let it work out. Let it work out for a little bit longer. Let it work out for a little bit longer. And I'm sitting here like, now, oh my gosh, what was I doing? Say all of that to say, some of you are wishing for your situation to work, and your situation is not even ideal for you. Your situation is not even what God has designed for you. It's not even where God is designating you to be. But you're praying for this to work out. You're praying for God to fix this person or fix this situation or do this or blah, blah, blah. But God is like, look, what I have for you is so much better. Where you're going is so much bigger. What is going on in your life is nothing compared to what I have for you already. Like, sometimes we have to stop asking God for all of this stuff and just let Him do Him. Let Him position us. Let Him transition us. Let Him remove us. Right? Because if anything, if you're so adamant about being where you are, you can't get to where God is taking you. If you love where you are, and you're asking God to just fix up where you are and do that. No, God is taking you somewhere new. God is positioning you right now, and He's moving you to a new place that you need to be, but you have to be receptive. You have to be willing to go there. And for so long, I can think back in my life, I wasn't willing all of the time. And I fought God a lot about where I thought I was supposed to be, what I thought was good for my life. And I basically just delayed all that God had for me because I wasn't ready to let go of something. I wasn't ready to let go of something to obtain something new. But I say that to say that it requires you to shift your mindset in order for you to know that you're ready. You can't keep telling yourself that you can't do this. You can't keep telling yourself that you're not ready. You can't keep telling yourself that this always happens and blah, blah, blah. No. You have to speak life into your situation. You have to be the one that can do that because you're the only one that can. If I allowed other people to speak life into me, they might do it on Tuesday, they might do it on Wednesday, they might not do it on Thursday. Like, you can't expect anyone to be more consistent than yourself. You can't expect someone to be an advocate for you if you're not an advocate for yourself. And God is looking for you to be willing. Like, you're ready. You know you are. And even if you don't know where you're going, you're ready for something new. You're ready for God to do something in your life, to do more. And he's already doing it. He just needs you to be willing. So you're ready. You have to shift your mindset. You have to understand that the things that are happening for you. They're not happening to you. And allow those things to motivate you to go forward. If something negative is happening in your life, allow that to motivate you to change something. Allow that to motivate you to shift something, to remove something, to get away, to isolate yourself for a second, to let God reveal what he needs to do in your life. And, you're ready. But I hope that this message helped you. And I hope that you realize that certain things will happen in life that will try to steal your joy and try to get you off track. But it's important to remember that God is there with you in every season, in every situation. And the biggest thing that you have to do is battle yourself, your mind, your mentality, because that is the very thing that is your core focus every day. That's the person talking to you all day, yourself, in your mind. And you have to overcome those limiting negative beliefs in order for you to get all that God has for you.